Atlanta Motor Speedway is next up on the Castrol GTX Cup Series with 4 races remaining on the season. It's the running of the Napa Know-How 500. Yep. Should be curious here today. On the pole for today's event, Charles Jackson, our winner at Richmond International Raceways, the first Richmond race. He's on the pole for today's event. Alongside of him, Jack Richards in number 6. Row number 2 has Johnny Gardner, number 42, and beside him, Dylan Poteet in the 17. Then it's Adrian Becker in the 11, and Ann Batson in the 3. Then Dalton Day inside row number 4, alongside of him, Cody Lamas. And then row 5 has the 21 of Jeff James and the 15 of Mike Becker. Row number 6, Evan Jones in the 9, and beside him, the 2 of Nick Baxter, a former winner here at Atlanta, and he drove the 9 car to victory at this track. Here's the command to fire him up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And again, the fire the engines. Cameron Gilson inside row number 7. Beside him, the 26 of Joshua Osborne. And it's row number 8 has Jeremy Mayer in the 22. And the 18 of Kevin White. And then row number 9 has the 12 of Pichu London. And beside him, Tommy Harnick in the 7. Then it's Charles Sanford in the 75. Inside and beside him, Nicole Williams in the 27. Field making away on turn number 4. The pace car comes on the pit road. 33 laps the distance here today in Atlanta. As they come to the start finish line, green flag in the air. We're underway. Charles Jackson out in front, already at 180 miles an hour at turn number 2. Johnny Gardner inside. Johnny wants those 5 bonus points. He's our championship leader coming in. Trying to make it 8 champions in 8 seasons in this series. And Johnny will get his 5 points for leading a lap. 3 wide already, 3 rows deep. Adrian Becker for the lead. She's gonna get it. Jeff James, our winner of the Truck Series event here. He's going to try for the lead, number 21. Oh, this don't look good. 4 wide into turn number 1. Pichu shoving Jeremy Mayer. Oh! And how they did not wreck was beyond me. Oh, I thought Jeremy Mayer might have been a goner going to turn number 1. But nonetheless, Cameron Gilson now is the lead, number 1. The Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. The Skull Classic Oldsmobile. Just tremendous racing, over 195, 197 miles an hour of some cars. And look at this mess of cars right there. Tanner Doobie right in between, inside getting past Joshua Osborne and Ann Batson. And now Nick Baxter's in that mix too. And Charles Jackson, our pole sitter of the event, he's already way back in the back. In fact, both our front row starters, Charles Jackson and Jack Richards, both way back in the back. Wes Riddle, he's back in the back right there. Johnny Gardner takes the lead here at Atlanta now. And he's clicked off the fastest lap of the event at over 198 miles an hour. Now he's going to come up with the back of the car of Wes Riddle. What's he going to do? They all get caught up behind. And Wes moves up, and he's going to block Stephen Pollard to third in the 70. Gardner led the lap, but now Jake Williams goes inside number 43. Now it's going to be a 3-wide pace to start all over again. And in all that madness, Kyle Matthews now moves into second place behind Rohit Baderby, who now takes the lead at number 90. And now Matthews goes inside. He's going to take the lead. Tanner Doobie, number 25. He's up there. Several cars who were in the back of the pack just a minute ago gets moved up in all that madness there. Charles Sanford, 75. He started about in the middle of the pack. Drew Austin's in there. Kevin White, Daniel Day in the 52. Jacob Lawler. Championship leader Johnny Gardner. Ryan Cooper getting passed by Pichu London. Charles Jackson making his way to the inside of the 28 of Keith Batson. Batson's had 2 top 10 finishes so far, and Batson's had a top 15 and a top 10 in this race weekend in Atlanta. And now Batson, I think, found his way down the inside. Yes, he does. Or I thought he did. Now Dalton Day moved him up the track. And Joshua Osborne now shoving Dalton Day. I know Dalton and Keith got close to touching just a little bit, kind of turn number 2. Osborne, meanwhile, sticking his nose to the inside of Dalton Day's car. Almost made it 4 wide in a couple of cases, but now Tommy Harnick, he goes inside. Oh boy. Harnick, oh my gosh. And Osborne trying to block Keith Batson, and I'll tell you what, I think these guys are trying to themselves to wreck, trying themselves their best to wreck each other, I think, I don't know. But so far, caution free, knock on wood here at Atlanta so far. Back to the leaders. Jacob Lawler now has the top spot. And meanwhile, Charles Jackson dives inside of his Hendrick teammate, Ryan Cooper. Kyle Matthews is up there. Now Dalton Day and Joshua Osborne have now knocked on the door of the top 10. In fact, one of them is in the top 10. That's Dalton Day. See what they're clocking this time by. They're Dalton Day, Joshua Osborne, Keith Batson, all of them right up there. And Dalton right now clocked in the 8th spot. Osborne running 9th. And Batson now moving his way up in the 10th place there with the help of Tommy Harnick and a pair of Fords. Johnny Gardner in the 42, he's now shuffled back a little bit. Now Charles Jackson to the lead. Almost halfway in the books. This time by will be halfway. It'll be 17 down and 16 to go. Kyle Matthews to the lead. Pichu London up there. Dalton Day, he's up in the top 3 now. And they got, oh boy, here they go. And they split. And they have split Wes Riddle up the middle, and he held Joshua Osborne and Johnny Gardner both up. And Osborne, who had basically worked his way up in the top 10, has now about to drop back out of the top 10 with that. Meanwhile, now Pichu London takes the lead. Dalton Dana was in second place, and he now clicked off a lap at 199.5 miles an hour. So these cars getting a little bit close to 200 miles an hour, and some of them are. And looking at this gaggle of cars now. Cameron Gilson 3 wide between trying to go 3 wide between he, Adrian Becker, and 17 of Dylan Poteet. Dylan, by the way, Dylan winner of the last race on the tour at Martinsville, his second win of the season. That's 2 of currently doing a little bit better in the points this season than he did a season back. Dylan right now currently rides 15th in the moment. So where he's at this time bias, he's now got the 3 of Ann Batson closing in. Sixteenth is now where Dylan runs. He's right behind Cameron Gilson. And meantime, Dalton Day is the lead. Keith Batson right now runs in second. Here comes Batson for the lead. Keith Batson's had a crummy season thus far, with only 1 win that coming at Michigan. And now his downforce package working good again. Ten laps to go here in Atlanta. Caution free so far. But we're far from done yet. Don't pencil in your winner yet. Dalton Day goes inside now. Charles Jackson for the number 5 spot, shoving Ryan Cooper to 24. And now Ty Sheets in the 83. He now goes inside of Dalton. But again, the lap car, Wes Riddle, he's right in the middle of 3 and 4. As the field heads off into turn 3. Keith Batson out in front. Second is Ryan Cooper. Ford in first. Chevy in second. Oldsmobile third and fourth. And fifth now with Kyle Matthews, who takes a spot away from Pichu London and his Buick. Cooper on the inside. Here he comes, number 24. Ryan Cooper for the lead, and he's going to maybe get it in turn number 3. No. Batson holds it. Batson shuts the door on him. Seven to go. And they're coming right up on Wes Riddle. Oh! Wes is going to hold them all up. Batson goes inside. He's going to keep the lead, but now only for a moment, because here comes Ty Sheets, number 83. And he's going to take the lead. Cooper trying for inside of Batson. Cooper for second. And now Ann Batson makes her way up to the field. Number 3, she's yet to win a race this season. She may be a spoiler on all this. But not as long as she stays up in the middle of the track, and that's where she's at right now with Nick Baxter and her husband Keith. Five laps to go. Ryan Cooper out in front, number 24. Second now goes Evan Jones, number 9. Ty Sheets third. Fourth is Cameron Gilson. Fifth, Kyle Matthews. Matthews a two-time winner this season at Indianapolis and again at Watkins Glen. He's also got 2, I believe, in the Nationwide Series. 3 wide. I mean, this is for third spot. Nick Baxter inside. Nick Baxter getting into it, number 2. He's got Jeff James in the 21. Charles Sanford in 75. And now Keith Batson goes back inside. He's not done yet. They'll be coming for 3 laps to go. Chevrolet versus Ford for the top spot. But now they're beginning to close back in. Cameron Gilson and Nick Baxter. Baxter diving inside, number 9. Here he comes out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go here at Atlanta. Baxter going in, Evan Jones on the inside of Ryan Cooper for the lead. And he's going to get it in turn number 2. Yes! Nick Baxter, though, he goes inside for second. This time might be the white flag. One lap remaining in the race now. Can Evan Jones hold them all off? White flag. 1 lap remaining here at Atlanta. Jeff James going inside for the number 2 spot. And if that happens, it's going to open the door up for Evan Jones, and that's already has so far. Jones has pulled out to a lead now. Off in the third turn they come. And off in corner number 4, the number 9 Coors Light Silver Bullet of Evan Jones will win the Napa Know-How 500 here at Atlanta. Nick Baxter comes home second. Third, Jeff James. Fourth, Cameron Gilson. Fifth was Keith Batson. Caution free the whole day here at Atlanta. Average speed 194, 279. And there's your top 20, and there's your top finishers here today. Evan Jones takes the win here today. Second was Nick Baxter. Third, Jeff James. Cameron Gilson. Keith Batson. Tanner Doobie comes on 6th. Ryan Cooper drops to 7th. Kyle Austin 8th. Charles Sanford 9th. Jeremy Doobie 10th. Tommy Hernick set in 11th. 12th was Stephen Pollard the 3rd. Jack Richards, Rohit Baderview. Kyle Matthews, the top 15. Then Daniel Day, Ty Sheets, Jeremy Mayer, Nicole Williams, and Cody Lamas, the top 20 in today's event. And here's the rest of your finishing order. Several drivers who are right up there for much of the race are finishing down there in the race. Dalton Day, he ain't going to be happy with the 25th, that's for sure. Johnny Gardner, our championship leader, 24th. And see where that puts happens in the points chase. But for Evan Jones, he takes the win here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The number 9 Coors Light Silver Bullet in Victory Lane here today at this event. And Johnny Gardner has the points lead, but look at the points right now. 25 points from first to second, and 31 points back from first to third. Ryan Cooper currently second place. Third, Cameron Gilson. Fourth, Kyle Matthews. Fifth place, Evan Jones. Sixth is Rohit Baderview. And then it's Tanner Doobie in 7th, Daniel Day 8th, Dalton Day 9th, and 10th is Wes Riddle in the points chase. Excuse me. And look at that, top 5 separated by 102 points. So, going to be interesting in this last few races of the season. 11th right now is Tommy Hernick, Nicole Williams in 12th. 13th, Jeff James. 14th, Jeremy Mayer. Then it's Ann Batson, 15th in the points. 16th, Dylan Poteet. 17th, Jacob Lullard and Charles Jackson, Kevin White, and Nick Baxter, the top 20 in the points chase. There's the rest of the order right now as they are in the points. Yeah. So next race on the tour will be at Atlanta Motor Speed. Next race on the tour will be at Texas Motor Speedway, the AAA Texas 500. In fact, the remaining races will all be triple headers for trucks, Nationwide, and Cup. Don't miss it.